welcome to This Week at West. I'm Greg Johnson, I'm your athletic director. Today, our special co-host, Mr. James Garey, basketball sharpshooter. James, thanks for joining us.
You wanted some youth on the show, so I came in here. And
see, my remembrance of it is you were like, hey, can I please be on the show? But that's all good. We're glad to have you this week. Let's talk some sports from last week. Right. I'll get it started. Our girls golf team crushed Sumter and South Florence last week. It was really good. They had a low score of 205 for the match. I want to say Chelsea Lee and Julia Klein had the low scores of the day. They both shot 50, so props to those girls. And we'll get to a little more about what's going on with them this week in a little while. But why don't you tell us about the tennis team last week?
Yeah, so this weekend they competed in the Bishop England Invitational. Yep. They played tough. Fortunately, they lost a couple games, a couple matches. I heard that Reagan Dunham and Kate Sansbury were doing pretty well, I'd say. And they're putting up a heck of a fight. I think they got a chance to do something big this year.
They showed a lot of determination in the last match. They came back and beat Riverside, so props to them. Yeah. Cross country Saturday, we had a huge cross country meet, the PD Classic. We had like 396 athletes running. 17 different schools were represented, and West Florence obviously showed up and showed out. Patrick Morgan finished second overall out of 396 kids. I think he ran something like 17:05. That's faster than Mississippi Smith can drive. Did you know that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
3.1 miles, 17:05. William Mixon finished in the top 10. What was the overall? I don't remember the overall score. We did really well.
I'm surprised about that.
Mary Parham, you know Mary? She had the fastest girls' time. She ran 23:33. So we had, I think, five of our student athletes ran personal best times. So. Incredible weekend. Props to Coach Fritchman. Special thanks to Mr. Alan Schultz. He gave us some pictures. He also gave us some live tweet updates, and he also helped run the meet. So outstanding job, cross-country staff.
Oh, yeah. So JV football, unfortunately, they took a tough loss to Wilson, losing 28-7. They'll get back at it this week against Camden, hopefully.
That's exactly right. We don't want to talk about that anymore, though. Let's keep moving. So varsity football had a good week this week.
That was a crazy game.
Varsity football is 4-0. They beat Wilson, so it's always nice to beat some money in the city.
Yeah.
And Lem Ford had a few rushing yards this week.
Yeah, I saw he had like 300 rushing yards.
That's a good season for some people when he had it in one game. Cooper Wallace had about 100 more, so we're rolling. Keep on rolling. We'll get a little more of that later. Also, shout out Michael Hayes, had like 8 kickoffs in the end zone, so
yeah,
that's super nice. Now, the reason you're here, we got to talk student section. It was incredible Friday night.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think that was the best one that's ever been there?
It's up there.
It was pretty big. It was like an entire section of the bleachers. They all, they wore gold.
My 4 years is probably top 5, top 3 sections.
However, I came to the student section. I fussed at them at one point because they were cheering when our team had the ball. Yeah. And so then the rest of the night they just shut it down. But I did that because we had 12 false start penalties, including 3 in a row when the game was at a really critical point. So I want to make it very clear to Coach Beth Prosser, who does a great job with our cheerleaders, that I do love the student section. I love what you guys do. However, we need to be super loud when the other team has the ball.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah, I agree.
You think we should do like some green and red flashcards, like green means cheer, like at Rio's?
Like a Gamecock type thing?
You could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's green, okay. So in the student section this week, we need some pep. What's the theme this week? Do we have a theme yet?
I think it's jungle.
Sounds good to me. James, got something serious to talk about. We have an epidemic going at West Florence here, and that epidemic is extreme male pattern baldness. Have you noticed that all of our coaches are bald?
Yeah, I've noticed it.
It's weird, right?
Very.
Rogaine contacted us about sponsoring us a little bit. We had to turn the money down. I didn't want to embarrass anybody, but we did get curious, and so we did some work. What if our fall sports coaches had the haircuts of some of our players? So I'm going to show some pictures on the screen here while we're talking. You tell me what you think. First up, we got Coach Coker with the hair of Braxton Taylor. What are your thoughts?
I mean,
is it an upgrade?
Yeah, it's
probably
definite
so.
Upgrade.
Probably so.
Definite upgrade.
How about Coach Page with Max White's dreads? What do you think?
I mean, Max's dreads are pretty cool. I think they look good on just about anybody.
It's not a bad look. Coach Page, upgrade. How about Coach Fullard with Miami's hair? What do you think? The short dreads, but I wish that his goatee was darker.
Yeah.
It'd be a good look. I can see superstar musician right there.
Maybe.
All right, cool. How about Coach Gauls with the Mez's red hair?
That's pretty dope.
That's incredible. All right, we got Coach Devlin. Next up, we got Coach Devlin with Nick Rogers' haircut. What would you call Nick Rogers' haircut? What would I ask for in the barbershop?
It's kind of like Adam Levine's
Okay.
haircut.
Okay.
So.
Do you think it looks better on Coach Devlin?
No.
No, I don't think so. All right. So we also have Coach Perk here with Talon Golf's red frat boy haircut. What do you think? I don't think it works.
Yeah. No.
All right. So my favorite one is obviously Cooper Wallace's just fantastic mullet on Coach Jenneret's head.
Yeah.
How big is Coach Jenneret's head, and how glorious is this picture?
It's pretty glorious.
It's incredible.
Pretty glorious.
So I wanted you guys to see this because this picture of Coach Jenneret, which by the way, Coach Jenneret says that he looks better in Cooper's hair than Cooper looks in his hair.
He might, actually.
I think so too. But I'm making the request. The student section have some posters with this on it this week. What do you think?
I think that'd be a really good idea.
I think it's go time. So our investigative journalism piece is over now, but keep your eyes open. If you see some coaches that have some cool haircuts, let us know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this week. We're going to start it off with girls golf. Girls golf is playing right now as we film in the PD Stableford tournament out at Trace's golf course. So they're taking on a lot of schools. Some schools couldn't make it because of the flooding in Horry County, but I know Somerville's there. I know Matt B is there, that kind of stuff. So they're having a good time right now. I'm going to leave as soon as we're done filming, go check on them, make sure everything's good. Why don't you tell us about swim?
So swim, they have on Monday, it's City Championship versus South, Wilson, and Latta. Hopefully take the dub.
Hopefully so. Yeah. Get some
Tuesday,
qualifying times in there.
Yeah. Tuesday, they're swimming at Sumter. And then Sunday, big day, region championship.
Absolutely.
Hopefully they can take home the region.
Hopefully we can even get that one in because, Horry County School is not going to be in school this week, a lot of flooding, so that is subject to change. We'll let you guys know on that. All right. How about cross country? Talk to us.
So cross country, Tuesday, they have a meet at Darlington. Patrick Morgan's probably going to win, not going to lie. He's probably the best.
Throw it down.
PD.
Throw it down.
So.
That meet's going to be at the middle school. So tennis is going to play on Thursday. They're going to South Florence. We got a good win over them last time. We're doing some makeups with South Florence right now while we can because we can't play Horry County schools. So we're going to try to squeeze another tennis match in this week. We're still working on that. We'll let you know via social media if that one gets made up. You take volleyball.
So Tuesday they're playing South.
Right here in the castle.
Yeah, in the castle. We need some support. I'll probably try to go. Thursday.
Tickets only $5.
Yeah, $5. Thursday at South. I think that's going to be a sweep for volleyball this week. So.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Football this week, we have Thursday night JVs going to Camden. Different start time this week. We are at 6:30 instead of 6 o'clock. So that's at Camden. I'll tweet out some directions to that because that stadium's a little bit tricky. Yeah. And Friday, decent football game here.
Yeah.
Homecoming coming Friday. We got all kind of stuff planned. We've got a parade. We've got a faculty tailgate. Teachers are going to be out there getting wild. Maybe they'll go jungle theme too. What do you think?
I think they should.
Is your dad going to get dressed up like a safari hunter or something like
Probably
that?
Probably not. I'm going to have to talk to him about that.
Get a whole lot cooler if he did.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all we got. Anything you want to add?
Student section for Friday. We need like everyone there, and that's a student in there. So yeah.
Easy enough. Come out and join us. All right. So we always end with the thumbs up. You ready? See you next week.